In today's motorcycle industry, being able to stand out of the crowd is nearly impossible. The big Japanese brands Yamaha, Honda, Kawasaki and Suzuki dominate the market with their relatively cheap, technologically advanced, cutting-edge motorcycles. But in the small Italian village of Varese, people have different ideas. MV Agusta has gained the reputation of the most exclusive motorcycle manufacturer of the world. What Ferrari stands for sports cars, MV Agusta stands for motorcycles. The company has successfully managed to turn ambitions and aspirations into real-life innovations, creating the most desirable motorcycles in the market.
The ability to purchase MV Agusta, the brand and the history, was a dream for me, as I imagine it would be a dream for anybody who is passionate about motorcycles. When you ride the MV Agusta, you're riding a bike of passion and a bike of legends.
The myth of the brand is sanctioned by the 75 world titles awarded to MV Agusta over the years, more than any other brand in the industry, and celebrated through the manufacture of hand-built motorcycles that are able to conquer the appreciation of even the most demanding critics. In 1907, Count Giovanni Agusta created Agusta Aviation. The main field of operations was to produce aircraft, gaining a good reputation during the First World War. The aeronautics sector started to decline by the late 20s, and in 1927 the company decided to capture the growing market of Italians demanding motorized mobility by producing the first MV Agusta motorcycle. By 1953 the production of motorcycles reached 20,000 units a year, but by the late 70s the company was facing economic difficulties and was forced to bankruptcy. In 1991 the Italian manufacturer Gagiva, owned by the Castiglioni brothers, purchased the MV Agusta name trademarks, and in 1995 the Gagiva Group commissioned Massimo Tamburini, the most renowned motorcycle designer, to work on the design of a new MV Agusta motorcycle. By the year 2000 the first production F4 was unveiled to the public. In 2008 the company won the World Superbike Championship, and by July of the same year it was announced that Harley-Davidson had acquired the company.
The MV Agusta stable boasts of two primary types: the F4, which is a racing model, and the Brutale, which is a more toned-down version of F4 meant for everyday use. There have been numerous models introduced under the F4 and Brutale flagship. A limited edition is the F4cc, which at £75,000 is easily one of the most expensive bikes on the streets. The primary competition for MV Agusta is from other European giants like BMW, Ducati, Aprilia and Benelli. Focusing more on technological innovation than on cost, these bikes have proved to be a hallmark of technological innovation over time. Unlike Asian giants like Suzuki, Yamaha and Honda, MV Agusta clearly demarcates itself as an exclusive brand and is often termed as a collector's series.
MV Agusta is introducing innovation in multiple levels of the design, manufacture, culture, networking and distribution of their iconic motorcycles. With a number of trade patents under their name, the company is making use of their innovation capabilities to build bikes that are desirable and iconic. The design. When MV Agusta set out to make the F4 and the Brutale, they decided to commission the infamous Massimo Tamburini to design the motorcycle. With projects under his belt including the Ducati 916 and the Gagiva Mito, Tamburini is regarded as a true genius in motorcycle design. The shape that he dreamt was innovative in every aspect. From the flowing curves to the impression of speed and awe that it portrays, to the influence from the past of the brand, the F4 is perhaps the most recognized motorcycle shape, evident by the nearly 10 years that it has been in production virtually unchanged. The Brutale was awarded the prestigious Motorcycle of the Year award in 2008, further strengthening the brand image.
You talk about style and performance and how to connect. First of all, you have to work with him. It's not easy because he is the man who is going to ask you to design and redesign the same piece 10 times before he says okay.
The engine. The Evolution engine is the principal technological innovation that distinguishes the F4 and the Brutale range. Being co-developed by MV Agusta and Ferrari in the early stages of production, it is characterized by a design coherent with the legendary 500cc GP bikes of the past. The 4-cylinder inline engine with double overhead camshafts has undergone a series of important updates which have been introduced to increase the already impressive amount of power and torque, from 135 in 2000 to nearly 190 in 2008, by virtually the same engine.
Our engine is like an orange. And you squeeze, but you always have some juice. MV brand is all about performance, must be all about performance.
Other innovative features of the F4 and the Brutale bikes include the driving position, the suspension, the braking system and the frame, all of which have industrial patents under the MV Agusta brand.
The total quality management at MV Agusta is guided by the principles of satisfying the customer needs, satisfying the suppliers, empowering workers, continuous incremental innovation, and a company principle which ensures that customers get the best. The Kajiva Research Center is a technological antenna specializing in the design and construction of the prototypes. With the most sophisticated design tools at disposal, the CRC works on providing the renowned class that has been the hallmark of Agusta in all its aspects. MV Agusta has managed to incorporate a technique of mass production in the handmade assembly process. For instance, the principle of improvement has seen the adaptation of the cart system designed by Porsche in the assembly plant of Agusta, leading to a higher efficiency, quality, and flexibility in the final production line.
In marketing and distribution, MV Agusta are innovating in the sense that they chose not to advertise in the mass media, but instead utilize word-of-mouth promotion and their dealer network around the world. What is innovative about their point-of-sales approach is that instead of introducing huge showrooms like their competitors, MV prefer to sell their motorcycles through small shops where the buyer can feel a more personal treatment. In the light of the decision of Massimo Tamburini to retire from the motorcycle industry, the future of the brand looks challenging. All the efforts of MV Agusta are now being made towards the creation of a new, greener model. In the uncertain economic climate that affects all of us, MV Agusta must find new ways to innovate in order to stay afloat.